before I forget, another thanks to our media supporters, Spin-Off Magazine. Thank you for your contributions. So this is the last keynote speech before the lunch break from AMA Herbal, Mr. Yavar Ali Shah. I invite him to the rostrum to deliver his speech.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be in front of you at this time on the occasion when the world is trying to go more sustainable and textile industry is very much ahead of it. And they have been trying to achieve for so many years. And the stage where we are today, I feel, is the best stage when the attempts are made more strongly and results seems to be coming in near future as we expect it to be. My name is Yavar Ali Shah. I happen to be co-founder and CEO of AMA Herbal Laboratories Private Limited. We are into manufacturing of extract form of natural dye, and we are in this business since 1996. A time when the world was worried just for the azo dyes, that if anything and everything which is not having azo will be safe. And people were feeling that after we are using this non-formaldehyde dyes, our products are safe and eco-friendly. That was a time when we entered into this natural dyes industry. And since then, we have been striving to go ahead more and more towards industrialization of natural dyes and making more and more companies and brands make their products sustainable using natural dyes. Many things are being said by several speakers in this day and even previously. Many steps are being taken, many things that people are doing, many kinds of things are being considered, but I really seriously feel that natural dyes are not considered in this race of sustainability as much as they deserve to be considering. So in this presentation, I will discuss how good they are and how much sustainable they can be when you really want to achieve sustainability by 100%. Today, if we see the world, I'm going to analyze natural dye on these three steps or the three pillars of sustainability. And we know them all as environment, economy, and society. In textile world, whenever we talk, mostly we are talking about environment because that's the most disturbing thing that the textile industry has done as per the data says. But sustainability cannot be achieved just by environment and improvement of air quality and the water quality and the living quality. If that was, then at the time of pandemic, when everything was closed, we were sitting in home and the quality of water was improved quality of air was improved to its best in past so many years. We wouldn't have been worried for the economy, but we were worried for the economy. So environment is one thing, and we have to be worried for the economy, and we have to be worried for the society if we really want to achieve sustainability. If we see from the angle of sourcing of natural dye, we have three sources from where we take. One is best of the waste. We have been talking about circular fashion. We have been talking about recycling of the stuffs. Best of the waste is such a beautiful concept where we are utilizing waste to make natural dye. This is one of the things how we collect our raw materials. And in the best of the waste, when I mean to say, for example, I give you pomegranate fruit rind. We know this fruit, pomegranate, for the seeds that it gives, and that is what we eat. And the rind of it, which is outer shell, is of no use, but it is thrown off. We pick it up and we extract one dye from it, which is called mallow. And similarly, we do the best of the waste for the shellac industry. Where after the shellac is made, the lac mud, which is of no use, we use it and extract natural dye. We also does it for a product called kala katha or katechu, or it's a mouth flavoring thing and also a medicine in the Ayurveda in India. After the product is made, the leftover is a kala katha, which is having no use of it, and we use that to extract natural dye, and that's the best of the waste concept. Then we have wild collections. When I say wild collection, there are certain flowers, there are certain fruits which are available as a wild crop, and they fall naturally, and there is nobody to collect them. But when the people collect them, they get employment. And they get employment and we get a raw material. So see the model, like you are utilizing the waste, and when you're utilizing it, you are generating employment for those poor in the rural areas who do not have that earning opportunity otherwise. So you're connecting to the society, and these economies are increasing. And the third is when we are planting, for example, indigo, which is the widely planted crop. It's a legume nature of a plant. And when we are cultivating indigo, making of 1 kilo of bio-indigo, which is our sellable extract form of natural indigo, gives employment of 2 days to one person, or for 2% for 1 day. So that's another beautiful value. And this is how the economy of the people increases, and that's a wonderful thing when you connect yourself to natural dyes. This way, thousands of poor people in various villages of India are getting employment when we are generating our raw materials. Talking of society, I have only few slides, will not take much time because I can see the clock is moving very, very fast. So when you see of society, we are doing so many things, like we have special clinics where we give them back by free medical services. We also have support by doing some other scholarships and medical facilities to the other people. And when the economy of the people increases, when they get support, they get economy, they get education, their values in society increases, their livelihood increases. So these things are inbuilt into natural dye. Now we talk of sustainability angle in the environmental area. We have been talking about the waste which is coming out of as a effluent from the textile dye houses. I have a very brief of it. There are so many other data also available. If you see, as a standard, various countries, the standard was shown by the previous speaker. If we compare with the reactive dye, the pH levels are better, the TDS levels are better, the BODs and COD levels are much better in case of natural dye. You don't have to do anything about the effluent when you're using natural dye. It is already in control, as you can see in the data. And these are the data which are studies from various dye houses study. Then we also conducted a life cycle analysis, especially for bio-indigo, which is our largest selling dye stuff, to see how much environmental benefit it has when you convert and you switches your denim products from synthetic indigo to bio-indigo. Here is the data. If you see on the basic and the main parameters that are being seen for the sustainability, we are better by 51% in the acidification. Trophical value, we are 61% better. And the global warming, which is the largest concern of the world at this time, making of 1 kg of synthetic indigo gives 10.38 kgs of carbon dioxide, whereas making of 1 kg of bio-indigo reduces carbon footprint by 690 grams. So we talk of one industry which is climate negative. We talk of one industry which is climate neutral. And this industry is climate positive. So when this climate positive connects to your industry, your climate negative industry increases further towards climate positive. So this is how you can utilize natural dye in your system when you want to go eco-friendly. So if we talk of the sustainability, all the three areas as environment, economy, and society, natural dyes are fitting. On the top of it, I would like to say two more things here. When we started as a natural dye manufacturer, azodyes was the only thing that certificate was required to prove yourself that you are eco-friendly. Standards came like sustainable textile, global organic textile version 1, version 2, version 3, now we have version 6, ZDHC, Higgs index, and many other things. Anytime and every time they changed, chemical dye industry had to change themselves in order to fit to the eco parameters of these requirements. Natural dye had never to modify itself. It is what it was, because the natural dye are from the nature, and this is all about protection of nature. So if you want a safer dye stuff to be used even for future, as the researches are going on, we saw in the previous slides, there are several things which are still there required to be taken care of. In natural dye, they are already taken care of. So you can be confident about it. And at this time, we have three resources as vegetable, animal, and clay. Vegetables, we already showed you how beneficiary it is when we are collecting so many vegetables. Animal, we have just one dye, which is from the lac, and that is coming from the best of the waste industry. So that is also benefiting the society, and we are utilizing extra burden on the Mother Earth, which was of no use otherwise. Clay, we don't really consider as our sources because clay is something which is coming from mountain, and all these benefits as a society and ecology upgradations, we don't see much in that. Rather, killing of mountain will not rise like 6 months, 8 months as the crops rises. It may take 10,000 year or 1,000 year to rise. We are not really focusing onto that area. Right now we have 10 dyes available, more than 35 shades are available. Garment dyeing, rope dyeing, fabric dyeing, and printing, these are the developed technologies. Several companies all over the world have used it, and it is well commercialized. There is no problem about it. Color repeatability and fastness. We have reasonable color repeatability with 10 to 15% variation from batch to batch and lot to lot, which is well accepted by the industry. Fastness values, we have two categories of dyes. One is the robust dye. In the robust dye category, there is no problem. It's all acceptable. And there are certain other dyes where little consideration is there, but definitely some people are adopting that too. We have all required certification as GOTS version 1 and ZDSC level 1. Everything is there. And in Turkey market, we are now available with Textology as our authorized agent, and they have the required technology. They are supporting the industry. And many industries in almost all the areas have developed the products. If you want, we have a booth here. You can visit. We have a lot of products displayed there. And if you want to discuss anything, if you want to reach to us, we are open and we welcome all discussions, and we would like to support you to develop these concepts in your respective areas. Apart from this, it was said, how do we know that they are authentic natural dye? I'm very happy to inform you that now we have 5 ISO standards to identify the dye stuffs. If you just Google ISO website, you can download these standards. Any website, any authorized laboratory can use it and they can get it tested. So this gives you authenticity that these are real and original natural dye. So in this, the last 3 ones, I think there is some typographic mistake in the numbers, but the standards are definitely available. The first 2 are correct. The year, like that was 23, 21, the last ones. These are the color ranges that we have, various colors, and the color palette is also visible. So it's reasonably good enough to launch your ranges. If you wish to do, it will be 100% natural. A few more products that we would like to display here. These are the products made with natural dye. All garment dyeing, fabric dyeing, denim, everything is available. Some people are using in the shoes also, some leading brands. These are canvas and denim dyed with the natural dyes. So natural dye is, as my responsibility tag, again, I would like to emphasize that if we really want to go 100% natural and we want to be 100% sustainable, considering natural dye is a good choice. At the last, I would like to say, before 1886, there was no chemical dye but natural dye. When the Dr. Perkins invented the first chemical dye, the reason why the world went for the chemical dyes were availability, commercialization, and acceptable fastness ratings, and easy process of dyeing and available of technology. That technologies and those things were not available for natural dyes at that time. The world went to synthetic dye. And with the use of synthetic dye and with the aggression with which it has gone, today we have arrived to the situation that we are talking of sustainability of the world, because it is in doubt if we continue like that. So those natural dyes are back, and they are back with a bang, with the ability to be commercialized, industrialized, and they are available just at your doorstep. We are just a call away. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Evet, Yaver Ali.
Well, thank you to Mr. Yaver Ali Shah for his speech. Now we have our lunch break. An exact half hour. We expect you to return without further delay. Thank you.